Hey everyone! Today I am starting this project that I have been so excited about. I'm upcycling this hutch for a friend of mine, and I could not be more excited about it. I have been looking forward to this. It's going to be amazing. The first thing that I'm going to do, these are in two separate pieces, the top and the bottom, and so we're going to separate them in my friend's house. So I'm going to work on the top first. These glass doors are coming off. She wants it to be open without the doors, and then the back is paneling. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to do a really low profile hardwood. It'll be tongue and groove, and we're going to replace that, and then we're going to do a pickling wax on it. So, and then we're going to paint the hutch. There's a lot to do here, and it's going to be awesome. So let's get started. Okay, so now we are sanding. I'm going to sand this so that I can paint it, and I'm going to do some wood filler where I took off the hinges for those glass doors. So here we go. Now I'm priming. I'm using Kills primer. I love it. It's a really good primer for this type of application. Okay, now we are at my favorite phase of this type of project, and that is the painting. I love it. The color is Morning Calm, and it is Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines. I love her paint. I love her paint colors. It is gorgeous. This is an eggshell finish. So the whole hutch will be painted in this. Okay, so I wanted to explain that the reason that I started at the top and worked down instead of starting from the bottom and then stacking up was because when I did the measurement, I realized that if I started here at the bottom, I was going to have to rip one of these boards, and it was going to be like that. And I didn't want to do that, so I started at the top because I have a little lip right here that I'm not going to have to rip to fit because it covers. So when this fits in here, see, there's going to be a little gap here, but you won't see that because it's you'll be looking at it from the other side. Okay, I'm going to put this last board in, and we're going to flip it around and show you what it looks like. Okay, everyone, this part is finished. I'm so excited with how it turned out. I did liming wax on the back on those boards, and I painted the rest of it with Magnolia paint. It was Morning Calm. And then I did a top coat of polyacrylic. It was clear, and it was a satin finish. So this is done. Now we're heading to my friend's house, and we are going to mount this on the wall, and then we'll get started on the bottom part. Here we go. Okay, everyone, so now we are working on the bottom part of this unit. So I have it painted, and now I'm installing drawers. We're gonna stack them. Right here, we're adding 2 drawers to this side. So I am building, this is what I did to bring the wall of this out so I can mount the drawers, and then they'll fit flush in here. So that's what we're doing. I mounted this one already, and now we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna build this in, and then we're going to put in the rails, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to build the drawers. I've never done drawers before, so it's going to be an experience. Okay, so now we're building the drawers, and I have never done drawers before, and I don't have some of the things that other people use when they put together drawers. That's okay, we're going to roll with what I have. I am going to use pocket screws because I'm like the pocket screw queen, and I use them on everything because I love them. So that's what we're going to do with these drawers. So the first thing I wanted to show you is, here's my drill, and this is the bit that they give with the Craig tool is what I'm using. And on there's a little Allen wrench, and you can adjust this for the size of wood, the thickness of wood that you're using. So I'm using 3/4 inch, so I adjusted this for 3/4 inch, and then this little tool is what you use as a guide to, this is the Craig tool, to drill in the pocket holes. And so you set this as well for 3/4 inch because that's what I'm using. So this is how you do it. I have it all set up. I bought this clamp because it makes a world of difference. It's a lot harder to hold this thing steady if you don't have the clamp. So we're doing that, and I set it up on my trusty coffee table, which is going to be refurbished one of these days in the sort of near future, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, so here we go. This is how you do it. You line this up with where you want your pocket hole to go, and here we go. Just like that. Easy breezy. So I'm going to set this on each corner of these sides. So I'm going to do one hole here, one hole here, one here, and one here, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and then we're going to screw this drawer together. So I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so now I have all of my pocket holes drilled. You can see on my sides, and now I'm going to screw these pocket hole screws in the holes into the back of my drawer. So here you can see, this is a really good thing for you guys to see, my clamp, I didn't have it tight enough on this hole, and it kind of jumped a little bit. So it really, you won't see this because the floor of the drawer is going to cover that, but you want to make sure when you're using the clamp that you have it tight enough that your tool won't shift while you're trying to drill these pocket holes, okay? So, like I said though, you won't see that on this drawer. So now you slip these screws into the pocket holes, and I'm making sure that it is lined up exactly where I want it. And now I'm going to drill the screw down through this hole. Okay, so I have the back attached to the sides, and now I'm going to attach the front. So what I did with these drawers, I'm actually modeling them after a drawer that's already in this unit, and so I did 1x4s on the sides, and I did a 1x6 for the front. So sometimes when you use pocket screws, this is not exactly square yet. It will be when I screw it in, but to check it, I have the floor of my drawer, and so I laid it in there and I pushed the sides so they went so they were square, and I know where they're going to be, and then I marked them on the front of this drawer, and now I'm just going to slide the screw in the hole and pocket screw that in on this side. Then I'm going to put the floor in before I pocket screw this side in to make sure that floor is going to be nice and tight between these sides. So here we go. Okay, so now the drawer is together. The front is secure, all the sides and back are secure. The floor has that one finish nail in it that I used to hold it while I attach the face to the side. Now, for the rest of the securing of the floor of this drawer, I am going to shoot some finish nails around the perimeter. And also, just, the drawers aren't very big, and so I don't anticipate that they're going to hold anything really heavy, but just for stability, I am going to drill a couple pilot holes around the perimeter and put some screws in, just to make sure that they are nice and stable and can hold whatever is going to be put in these drawers. So that's nice. The hutch is finished, and I could not be happier with how it turned out. I am so excited. My friend is going to love it. So I want to tell you some of the things I did to modify this bottom part. This was a panel that covered this opening. So what I did was, when I took this door off, I took the hinges and I put them on this. So I took it off, mounted it as a door, and then put the hardware on it. So we did that. Also in here you can see where I did the tongue and groove, low profile wood that I also used on the upper part of the hutch, and then I used liming wax on that. And then over here, this was the most challenging part. I had no idea. Well, I had an idea that drawers were really hard to do. I just had no idea how challenging. So, but I did it. They are mounted. They work beautifully. They're the soft close drawers, and now that I've done it, I am confident I could do it again and it would turn out okay. So this is what I did in here. I want you to see. I brought this wall of the hutch out with a 2x4 and a little piece of the backing that I used just to stack it so that it would be flush with this face here. And then on this side, if you can come in and see what this looks like, I have 1x2s that I mounted here for these slides. I pocket screwed them into the face here, and then I just screwed them through the back here and made sure that they were level, like they needed to be, and that everything was going to work well. I definitely had to do some trial and error on those because I had never mounted drawers before. I did buy this handy Craig mounting tool, and then I couldn't use it because the space was so small. But I am confident that these are awesome. I love Craig tools, so in the future I will use those. But, so this is how it turned out. This drawer was here. This was already in here, so I just painted that. And now I will put the drawers back in, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's finished. Here it is with its drawers and everything. I love it. So I want to show you something. On these drawers, when you go to remove a drawer from its sliders, in case you have never done it before, there's a lever right here on, can you see that? There's a lever right here on the slider, on the front part of the slider that you pull up, and then there's one on the other side as well. In this particular set, one goes up and one goes down. You do that and then it just comes right out. So, check it out. It totally works. I'm so excited. And now we go to my friend's house to put it together with the top. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful to show you how easy and cost effectively you can upcycle old pieces of furniture to fit your needs. It's actually kind of fun. So, I hope you give it a try. I hope that you were inspired to do something like this. It's really doable.